Hey Aquarius, I hope that everybody's doing well. We're here with a timeless reading. I was seeing a couple different things come through in the pre-shuffle. One of them looked like there could have been something that was happening where, like on an emotional level, either like something was happening or it was the way that you were doing something and you could have felt like it wasn't working for you in the way that you wanted it to. And so you could have been like I'm done doing it this way, or I want to try a different way, or like this actually isn't working for me, that type of thing. Because I think that you got to a point where you were like, I don't want to stay feeling like this, and you recognize that you didn't have to, but it would have meant like making some type of change. So there can be something like that that's connected with it. It also could have been a situation where like you could have come to terms with something that maybe you had like expectations or you wanted it to be a certain thing, but it wasn't really feeling like that. And so you were like, I'm either going to keep repeating this cycle or I'm going to accept something about it and then continue moving forward with this. So I was seeing that type of thing happening. I'm looking at King of Cups. I'm looking at Nine of Pentacles. I'm also seeing Ace of Swords here. This looks like you're doing well. It looks like you are finding ways to regulate that are working for you, especially on an emotional level. The first card out is the King of Cups. So this is about you starting off in a space where whatever this is that's going on, this is you being centered, this is you being grounded, this is you recognizing what's going on emotionally for you, but you don't feel like your emotions are overpowering you. This is like the most ideal relationship you could have with your emotions, especially when you're going through something. And you could be feeling a lot right now or dealing with something like heavy or big emotionally. Having Nine of Pentacles, it shows you being in a space where you're like, I like how I'm doing this. I like how this is working for me. I was also seeing too that like for some of you in the past, something that's going on now could be connected to a relationship that you had in the past where you felt like you kept being left down or you kept feeling like you were left disappointed and you felt like you needed to move on from that. There can be a revisiting of something from that cycle. Because I am seeing you be in a spot where you're seeing things clearly, but it feels because you're in this very... The way that I'm seeing your energy be, it looks like you are very self-sufficient and like relying on yourself and not connected to anything or anyone else unnecessarily. Like having Nine of Pentacles can be you being single. It can be you also just feeling like you're self-reliant, especially in an emotional way because we have King of Cups here. So it can be like when I'm getting upset, I'm regulating myself, or I'm learning how to work with myself or my emotions, or I feel like I'm in a really good place and that it's not reliant on anything or anyone else and that I've done this for myself to get to this place. And so you kind of feel like a bit of an island, but in a good way. This is like a healthy way that you're feeling, where you don't feel like anything is going on, where you feel that you need something outside of yourself. This feels like you're finding what you need within, and that you can see things clearly because of that. Because Nine of Pentacles is like, I feel like I'm in an ideal spot, and that's also thanks to me and thanks to what I've been doing. And so you're seeing things very, very clearly, and it looks like you're very emotionally intact here. I'm also seeing Three of Cups on the bottom of the deck, so there can be something going on socially that's happening. This can be somebody wanting to connect with you. You're thinking about something here. It feels like you're clear on things. I don't know if this is necessary, but you may be making like double sure of something. This can also be you in general. You've just been spending a lot of time on your own. And maybe even to get to this point where you're like, I've pulled back from things. Because this feels like a bit of an emotional journey that you've been on, even if it's other types of journeys as well. Could have felt like you needed to just do some stuff for yourself here. And tap into your organic energy, because you could have felt like stuff that was happening before maybe took you away from that. So this feels like finding your center again, and it feels very much like you have found that. And when you check in, you know that too. But having Hermit here feels like you may have been spending some time on your own. I'm hearing personal time. So this feels like doing things that help you like come back to self and connect back with self. And it seems to like there's been a lot of reflection that's been involved in this as well. Like you've been spending this time consciously. I'm hearing spending this time on your own. Okay, something is going on here. Something is happening. I'm seeing 7 of Swords pop up. All right. So you're good with things, right? It looks like you're taking care of stuff. I'm seeing there be a very big highlight and focus on stuff going on emotionally for you. And you being like, I feel like I'm in a really good spot right now. I'm seeing that something is coming up within the environment, but it's like a shadow opportunity. It feels like you could look at this and be like, I feel like I'm being tested right now. It's one of those things. You see how this is popping up, and I'm seeing it's like coming right towards you as you're in this position of the King of Cups. So this is something that, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of how there are those people that stand and they're like not supposed to move, and people can walk past them and they're like not supposed to react. I feel like you're in a spot like that and you have something coming through that you may want to react to. It's an opportunity, but I'm seeing the shadow be involved. So this is something where it's like your shadow is sort of trying to tempt you into taking something and being like, take the opportunity. But it feels like it's for you to like lose your cool in some way, because it feels too like this touches on a place that you may feel sensitive, or you may feel reactive in some way. But I'm seeing your guides be like, you don't need to respond to this, whatever this is. And it's something that you would feel like this would take you out of your character in some way. But I'm seeing that this would be, whatever this is that's popping up, it would be something that's coming from a shadow space, which if we're looking at the benefit side of this, because everything has a benefit in some type of way, this is something that can show you where there may be like more work or more healing or more understanding or more recognizing that you could do. Because as this thing is popping up and it's like, go through this door, but you know this is kind of like the devil on your shoulder saying that to you. But it may be trying to like nudge you or push you in that direction, but you know better. I'm seeing you very much know better. But it feels like it's something that can be triggering to you because of something here. This is going to help you continue actually the work that you've been doing. So you may feel this coming up and be like, oh, like, why is this bothering me right now? Or why is this coming up right now? But it's actually to help you continue doing the work that you've been doing. And maybe you also feel like you've gotten to a spot where you're like, well, what's next for me? Or like, what else do I need to address on this emotional level? And this is showing you something. Because even if you don't react to it, you know that it's bringing something up for you. And it's an opportunity for you to address something within the heart space that you may not have been aware was there. But this is giving you the opportunity to see that. And so that's how you can transmute this and use it in a way that benefits you rather than something that you feel like takes you backwards within your progress, even though you wouldn't really be going backwards regardless of what you end up doing. But there can be a way that you would like to show up within this versus a way that you would maybe not prefer to show up within this. And you have the opportunity to show up in a way that you would like to show up. But it's something where you may feel tempted to show up in a different way maybe than you'd prefer to show up. I don't think that you're going to give in to this. You look very stoic. So even though you see this thing going on, I don't think that you're going to buy into it. Because it's like, take the bait, but I don't think that you're going to. Like, I'm seeing you for real be in this space of the King of Cups. You're going to set boundaries. You would feel like these would be planting the types of seeds that may like choke out other things that you've been like manifesting or planting or like having the intention to sort of build. And that's why I'm seeing you be like, no, that can't come in here. That's not allowed in here. Like in your garden that you have going on. This feels like it's also connected with like with your personal time, something of that nature. You may not want to set boundaries, but I'm seeing that you're going to. You may have a really hard time doing this though. It's because of attachment reasons. Like there may be, this situation can just be something that it feels really difficult to do that for yourself within. But it feels like this is something that you've been working on not to give into. So emotionally, we're using a metaphor, but this is applied to something emotionally going on for you. And also like in the brain space too, because I'm seeing there be Hermit and Queen of Swords and also Ace of Swords and Nine of Swords. So this is like a mental thing too, but it's connected with what's going on emotionally for you. So it's like you said that you weren't going to eat chocolate cake anymore, and I'm seeing like somebody's bringing chocolate cake and like putting it in your face and being like, don't you want to bite? Don't you want to bite? Don't you want to bite? But I'm seeing you be in a spot where like you know better. You know that it's not what you want to do. You know that it's like the shadow coming through and trying to tempt you with whatever this is, and that this would be the type of thing that you feel like it would directly be opposing what you have been working on if you were to succumb to this. And so I'm seeing you be in a spot where you're like, how do I use this in a way that's going to benefit me rather than it like weakening what I'm doing? And so what this is going to do for you is you're going to see like what this is informing you of. Like, why is this something that's getting to me? What is this bringing up for me? It's like that type of thing. Some of you feel like this is upsetting. I want to see more. And maybe that's also why you're pulled back right now, is because you're sort of dealing with something on your own emotionally. What is this? It's just the ego. I'm seeing you may feel hurt about something. I don't know if this is your energy, if this is somebody else's. It can be like this. Somebody may have done something in a way that you experienced as being painful because you felt like their heart was closed when they were interacting with you in this way, and you may have felt like it was abrasive. And just feeling things that are connected with that. I'm seeing you also want to sort of like stay on this high wave that you're on right now, and you may feel that if you go down into this, it's sort of going to break that for you, which it is what it is if you decide to go in that direction, but you could feel like you're sort of like knowingly self-sabotaging is what this could feel like. But it does feel like there's this part of you that may be struggling with this, because the way that you're feeling triggered, it may have you want to react in a way where you show up in a way that you know would be, I'm not saying that you are showing up in this way, I'm saying this is what would motivate you to step into this energy, like a very fiery, ego-based energy. Because I'm seeing the King of Wands here, and I'm also seeing Five of Swords. So this could be something that would trigger you into taking action in a way that is actually like abrasive or aggressive, or being like doing something that's unnecessary. Because when you think about the fire energy, you think of sort of like, I'm not gonna let that person say that, or I'm not gonna step down. Like, fire energy can be very competitive and also combative. And also like, I'm not gonna let that person one up me. And because of the Five of Swords also being here too, it's like it's coming from an ego place of, I'm gonna show you that I'm like more of a threat, so to protect myself, like that type of thing. So whatever this is that's going on, it feels like it could encourage you to step into that space, but I'm seeing you've done a lot of work not to do that, like not to be reactive in that way, because it's like we all know that you have that in you, right? But I'm seeing you deliberately try not to do that. But this can be really challenging for your ego right now, because your ego can be like, you're gonna let them one up you like that, or like you're gonna let them say that to you. It's like that type of thing. But I'm seeing you're being guided not to take the bait in that type of way. You can use this to understand more about yourself and what this is bringing up for you, in a way where it allows you to be more self-aware and informed. But this is going to be really, really difficult to transmute the energy. I'm seeing you be very capable of this. However, it's also going to be a challenge, because I'm seeing it would be something that would really, really get to you potentially. And you can feel yourself like wanting to tap into that old energy. I feel like this was just you needing a bit of morale, because I'm seeing you're going to really work this in a great way. Something here about expressing emotions too, and maybe also in a way that's a little bit different, because it looks like there's a lot of emotional growth and expanding that's happening. So something has you feeling upset. I'm seeing you be in a spot where you really do have the tools to work with this. I'm seeing something going on that's shadow related. I'm seeing you be like in hermit mode reflecting on this. It looks like it's connected with an opportunity, but you're seeing clearly what to do with this and how to move through, how to move forward. So now you have your answer. I'm seeing your guides be like, you can move forward now. And also pay attention to the ways that you feel you want to move through this too. Like, it's kind of like watching yourself as you move through this, observing yourself as you move through this. I'm seeing Virgo here. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.